So now we're going to introduce our entertainer of the, I want to call it of the year. He has been with us a long time, and for those of you who have been with us a long time, Chris MacDonald, I always say he's like Elvis reincarnated. He doesn't like when I say that because he's a tribute artist. But
Yes.
it is better for me because I did see Elvis, and Chris is a fantastic entertainer. And I just was asking Chris before we got on, what has happened to Chris? Because when I would attend his beautiful performances, it was mobbed and people loved him. And it's like putting you in a cave. Tell us about what's going on, will you?
Well, since the end of March, we've been shut down. All entertainment is gone. It's a devastation, really. I mean, even Broadway shut down. We can't work as entertainers because what we do is we put people together. We bring people together and put them in venues. We fill the seats. That's the whole goal of an entertainer, is to fill the seats, sell the tickets, and get people together and have a good time. That's how we make a living. But because of the fact that we're not allowed to right now, just because of safety reasons, it's understandable, we actually been shut down since the end of March. But for the past 30 or so weeks, I started doing a live streaming concert at home. It's a together at home concert. And I do it right from my office. I set up a little, you can see like a little sound stage here. I have tracks, music tracks, and then I sing live to those music tracks. I don't have my full band. They won't fit in here. You know, the dancers and the production and the horns and backup band, they won't fit in here. But the tracks are great. It's all vocals, you know, background vocals, music. It's really wonderful. And I sing live. So every vocal that I put out is live during the show. And I've set up a basic tip jar, like if I was in the clubs when I first started. Basically, I've gone back to when I first started, you know, doing those clubs, those bars. You do your thing, you put out the tip jar at the end of the stage, and if people are having a good time and, you know, they're partying and everything, they'll drop some money in. Basically, that's what I'm doing now with the Facebook fan page, Chris Elvis fan page. So at 7:30 every Saturday night, I do a Memories of Elvis house party. Club Elvis, baby. It's Club Elvis and from my house. So we want people to come in. They're able to put comments up, which I actually see. So I see on the screen in front of me. I'm able to comment to you when you make comments. I'm able to do requests. I'm able to laugh and have fun with you like you're right there with me. So it's very interactive. And I truly enjoy it. It's actually what's kept me sane during this whole thing. Because as an entertainer, you know, when you can't perform for people, it's like, what do you do? I mean, this is what we do for a living. So this actually gave me some kind of connection. I've been having so much fun with it that I actually added another night, Thursday nights. So Thursday nights I go on at 7, same place, Chris Elvis fan page. And besides the Elvis music, I love doing 90s country, all that line dance stuff, you know, from George Strait, Toby Keith, John Michael Montgomery, Billy Ray Cyrus, you know, all those songs that people may have gone to those country bars and gone out line dancing. I do that. Plus I throw in other oldies rock and roll. So it's a mashup. 90s country, oldies rock and roll, Johnny Rivers, Ricky Nelson, Tom Jones, Jerry Lee Lewis, you know, all those rockin' songs, Van Morrison, a little bit of the Johnny Rivers stuff is a lot of fun. If you're not familiar with it, it's like Seventh Son and Memphis and Secret Agent Man, you know, some of those kind of songs.
Right.
Poor Side of Town. And of course, the great Tom Jones. We do Delilah and, you know, a bunch of those songs too. And What's New Pussycat, have fun with that. So all those other songs that I do, that I used to do in the clubs, besides the Elvis material, I do that on Thursday nights. So that's what I've been doing. So for the past 30 or so weeks, I've been performing virtually. And people seem to really enjoy it. They show up every week. They tell their friends, and you can bring your relatives in. Let's just say you've got somebody in California, and you're in Florida here. They can come in with you. They can watch the show together. You guys can comment and talk with each other. You know, react. So we're bringing people together virtually. I have people watching from Australia, England, Spain, Japan, Israel. You know, from all over the world. So for one moment, you know, maybe 3 hours, so I say I do a long show. But, you know, for a few moments in time, people can be together safe. and they can actually feel like they're together, and they can dance at home. You know, you can wear what you want to wear, because I can't see you. You can see me, but I can't see you, so I got to keep my clothes on. But I mean, you can go ahead and dance in your pajamas, you know, whatever you want to dance in. You know, it's just fun, and that's what the whole thing's
So
about.
I have, maybe you've done this. I live near a big restaurant called Two Georges, and they have music there. They have, a lot of people go there. I mean, I've been surprised that, you know, that there are so many people and they're being entertained. Are you trying to now get into some of these kind of venues and do it?
I don't want to do that now. You know, we're looking for the theaters. That's what we've been doing for so long, is
Yeah.
I want to get the theater show back running. I don't really, I think by doing this virtually like I have here,
Okay.
this is a nice, you know, fun time for me. But going into the smaller clubs and situations, it's very difficult. It's very, very difficult to do that, you know, for the kind of show that we have.
I
But
mean,
I can
just
do
you.
it from
It
home,
could
yeah.
be just you and not have your other people. But okay,
Yeah.
I was just thinking about it. But let me suggest, you know, the Wick Theater is having, I don't know if you're familiar with them, but they are having some entertainment there.
Yes. Yeah, if they want to hire us, please give us a call. Hire us.
Well, I'll mention it.
That's it. Yeah. What we've done is, though, we did finally, with some of the venues, we actually have a booking coming up that in January, we had to cancel, the Broward Center got canceled for January. A lot of the venues are still the performing arts venues. Now, these are controlled by either the county or the city.
Right,
The
right.
larger performing arts venues, there's more structure and there's more conditions with those venues. And you have to be able to meet those. They have to be able to cover all their costs, have the show with reduced attendance.
Yeah.
And you can't cover cost with
No,
reduced
it
attendance.
can't.
It's not
Absolutely
going to
not.
happen.
Right.
So what we did is we actually have a little theater called Boca Black Box. Are you familiar with that? Boca
No,
Black
no.
Box? It's on
Where is it?
Yeah, it's on Glades Road. On Glades Road, and it's a small entertainment venue. It doesn't see as many people, you know, a couple hundred people, but of course that's still limited too. But what we're doing is we're going there January 17th, and it's already booked. You go to bocablackbox.com, and we actually have my 4-piece band with me.
Huh?
It's not a big production with the dancers and the horn section and videos
Right.
and everything, but it's a start back to live performance at venues, and it's called Boca Black Box. So January 17th, bocablackbox.com. We're going to do a live show. You can actually go to it in person. You can be there. They're going to, of course, have everything safe for everybody. You know, the social distancing, all that stuff will be set up. You can get tickets now for that. And what we're also going to do, they're going to stream that show live. For tickets, there's going to be a $20 charge. If you don't want to go to the club, go to the venue, you can stay home and be safe. And you can go ahead and pay $20 for the streaming of the live performance. That's what the venue's setting up. So now I hope that most venues will do that. If they can go ahead and get a live show, a certain amount of people inside, and then compensate, you know, the difference is what they can't fit inside, stream it live for tickets and let people go ahead and watch it from the safety of their own home. I mean, that's the way to go, because you got both.
I do see that happening now. They are starting to charge. There's something doing that, I think, over in Delray Beach, and they're starting to do it. That's a good thing. So I just want everyone to know they're going to get on your web, your Facebook is Chris Elvis.
Yeah, Chris Elvis. Yeah.
Chris Elvis fan
page.
Chris Elvis fan page on Facebook.
On Facebook.
Go there, and that's at 7 o'clock.
7 o'clock on Thursdays for the oldies show.
Yeah.
On Thursdays for the oldies show, the country oldies show.
Yeah.
On Thursdays, and then Saturday night at 7:30 for the Memories of Elvis house party.
Okay, that's really wonderful. And then January 17th, the Boca box, the Boca Black Box, right?
Yeah, bocablackbox.com. And then my website always is chriselvis.com if you want to go to my website.
Right, yeah, that's good, because that will have everything on it.
Yes.
Well, Chris, this has really been, you know, we miss having you. It's like, oh my gosh, where is Chris? And so it was a great idea to, you know, to have you come back, because you've been such a part of what we've done. And you know, we stopped our expos. Of course, that's been a big loss for us also, the expos and
I know.
people. But there's no way people, and I don't want them to come. It's just not. It's too dangerous, especially since our crowd are boomers and seniors.
Sure. Yeah, that's the whole point. Same thing with my shows too. The Elvis music is loved by all kinds of age groups, but of course, a lot of it are fans that are the boomer generation.
Right.
You know, that were actually a part of Elvis's when he first showed up. You know, when he did the movies,
Right.
even in the '70s, they were running to Vegas to see him. So, you know, that's what it's all about. So we do want to make sure that all of our people that come to the show, all of our fans, and all the people that want that music are safe. So that's why, again, it's such a difficult situation to figure out how to bring people back into these theaters. And it makes it rough for entertainers because we are kind of stuck in limbo right now. And I don't really think they really talk about that on television as much. They talk about the bar industry and the restaurants
Right.
and travel and the hospitality,
You're
but
right.
entertainers, we can't do anything unless it's virtual. If it's virtual, fine. You know, if you've got recordings out there. Oh, by the way, luckily, if you're interested, I do have CDs out there. I do have
Yeah, I was hoping you were
recordings.
going to do that. That you should
This
be
right
selling
here
your
is,
CDs.
yeah, this is the one brand new CD. It's called Elvis Country Love Songs. Chris MacDonald sings Elvis Country Love Songs. And these are some of the great classics. Welcome to My
good.
World, you know, Always on My Mind, beautiful songs. Make the World Go Away. I Just Can't Help It. All those songs, A Wonder of You, you know, beautiful stuff. And that's available on Google Play and also Amazon and iTunes. So you can actually download your favorite songs, a whole CD, and just look me up, Chris MacDonald, and it's on all those services. So
And
I'm
how
right
much
there.
are you charging for that?
Yeah, these are Google Play, iTunes, Amazon. You can actually buy the songs and download them to your smartphone.
Okay.
You listen to your playlist, even Amazon. If you go through Amazon right now and you put in, ask Alexa to say, you know, Chris MacDonald music, you'll have it there. It'll play it for you. So I'm on that Amazon Music. So if you do that, you can listen to the music, stream it there too through your system, and you know, just take a listen. I hope you enjoy the music.
And how's your family doing? I mean, you're all together, and so you have.
Yeah.
I forget how old your kids are.
Well, they're old enough to know better, you know, but we're basically, the hardest part, I think, is for the people that your older relatives. That's what has a problem because, you know, my mom and, you know, situations like that, we have to be careful with visiting. We want to make sure, because my mom actually has a little bit of the COPD, and
Yes.
so you can't be too much with that. That's
Right.
what makes it difficult. Also, I don't know, my friend and the video guy, John Place, that did all my video stuff and streamed the video. You know, when we do our shows, he runs the video clips. He does a lot of recording for me. He actually got coronavirus, and are you still there? Sorry, I lost your image.
Yeah.
He got coronavirus from his son. His son went to a party. And some of you may have seen it. He was all across national, international news. His name is John Place. His son, 20 years old, went to a party, and they didn't know they had it there. They didn't wear masks. He came home, and he infected the whole family, and they all got coronavirus. And his dad didn't know he had diabetes, underlying issues. So his dad ended up on a respirator for 8 weeks. And he almost died 3 times during that time frame. And he definitely spoke out about the situation that we have to be careful. You know, when the other people go out without masks and go out to those locations and then come home, there's people that may not even know they're at risk, and all of a sudden they're very sick. So we have to wear a mask.
Yes.
That's what I believe. We have to, when we're out, we have to take care of each other and take care of others, and just simply by wearing a mask and protect your family. That's how it works. He actually got out of the hospital, but he's had issues with his hand, circulation. He had to have surgery because the coronavirus, once it's inside, it does a lot to your nervous system. It does a lot to everything. So he actually had to have surgery on his hand to fix some nerve. And
Oh,
he's going through a rough process after the, recovering, and he's get back moving around. And he said he started losing hair because they said a few weeks after getting back from coronavirus, people start doing that because it's such a shock to their system. And it eventually comes back, but it's like, it's amazing what this virus can do once it's
yes.
in there. And if you've got a weakness or underlying issues, it definitely goes rampant. So you got to be very careful. A lot of people don't want to go to the doctor. They don't know what's going on. And there's the ones that are at risk. So just be safe.
You're absolutely right. You spoke so well, and I've been so furious with people who aren't wearing masks. I mean, this isn't a thing about being patriotic or being individualistic. It's save everybody. That's what I've been saying, Chris.
You got to be kind to each other. This world, we have to be kind to each other. That's the key to everything. If you're kind to each other, which
Yes.
means you protect each other.
Yes.
And you protect each other by wearing the mask when you're out running around, when you're around people, because, you may not be sick, they may not be sick, or they may not know they're sick, because a lot of people, if they don't show the symptoms, they still can spread. So you're out there running around, you come home, and your mom or somebody in your household that hasn't really, one of those kind of people that have no idea if they have an underlying issue, forget it. It just, boom, it hits them, and that's what happens. So you're just being safe, you're being kind to each other. It's not a political statement. It has nothing to do with politics.
Right.
It has to do with your health, the health of others, and being courteous, being kind. When you cough into your hand, cough in your hand or into your arm when you're sneezing, what you used to do before all this,
Yes.
you're just being courteous, right? It was showing manners. You were protecting others. You were covering your hand. It's the same thing with a mask. Just show a little manners, a little courtesy,
Right.
and be kind to each other.
Leonie, of course, Leonie, and Leonie and I have been very cautious. We're not going to a lot of those things. In fact, I just started to go to Publix a little bit, but
Sure.
of course, I'm an older woman, and I had some complications, and I'm being very careful. And she's staying close to home because it's too scary, especially if you live alone.
Sure.
But I'm glad that your father-in-law, was your father-in-law that went through this?
No, this was John Place. John Place
sorry,
is
John,
the
yes,
video
John,
guy.
right, your assistant's father, right.
Yeah, the video guy that, and matter of fact, he's only 42 years old.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
So
Well,
you don't have to be, that's what the people realize. I mean, you don't have to be older to be at risk. Granted, older you are at risk because a lot of people associate being older with underlying conditions, which does happen, but he was only 42 years old, and his young son, 21 years old, came home, and didn't know they had gone to a party where there was a spreader. It's just one of those things because none of them knew they had it.
right.
If they were asymptomatic,
Yeah.
and that's actually what occurred. So, people that deny that that's possible, you can't deny. It doesn't matter what age you are. You just have to be careful and be courteous when you're out running around. I mean, no one wants to wear a mask forever. We don't want that. But until we realize what's going on, until we can make sure that everyone is protected, that everyone has rights to be protected, you take care of each other. That's all you can do. And it's not something that's politics.
I want everyone to know, if you just tuned in, I'm sorry you missed the show, but Chris MacDonald, who is an Elvis tribute artist. He's been in our magazine. He's been on when we did radio. He's so special to us, and he's now, you're able to now see him. And if you go to Chris Elvis Facebook page, and you can go at 7 on Thursday or 7:30 on Saturday. Listen to him, drop some money in the tip jar, and also you can you can hear his CDs on on Google Play, and what was the other one?
iTunes
Yeah.
and Amazon.
Right. But and then January 17th, the Boca Black Box, there's going to be a performance, and so look that up also, and maybe we can go. You were talking about, and I don't know if we have too much more time, but I saw where Broadway is literally closed down until next year in the spring. They're just closed.
Well, see,
what
that's
does everybody do? I mean, I guess everyone's watching Netflix now.
They're watching Netflix. They're doing, some of these places are doing these streaming shows to connect with their audience, to keep things moving. And what it is that Broadway, those Broadway shows, Broadway shut down, but they also shut down their touring shows. So all the venues that I work with, where I do my shows, where we do our promotion, I'm a promoter too. All those venues no longer have Broadway money coming in because those Broadway tickets always sell. So that income that they normally get from the Broadway shows touring, that's gone for these venues.
Oh my goodness.
Now that's gone. They're trying to survive. And of course, the shows, like that I'm doing, the independent promoter shows, how are you going to go ahead and do that with limited seating, with overhead, with marketing, with everything that's involved, the crew.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. You can't function. That's why Broadway's doing that, because you can't have limited seating unless you charge so ridiculous amount for the tickets, which isn't fair to people in today's economy anyway, doing something like that. So that's why I think these streaming shows, and the fact that at Boca Black Box, January 17th, again, if you feel a little iffy about coming out because of, if you're in the Boca Raton area of Florida, South Florida,
right.
If you feel a little iffy about coming out, you can actually stream the show that night.
Great.
You can buy tickets to stream the show, and it's going to be a professional stream coming from the venue, and it's me with my 4-piece band, a live show, the 50s, the movies, the black leather outfit, the white fringe outfit. I wear all the outfits doing the eras of his career with a live band, and I'm excited.
Yeah.
Because I do enjoy my Facebook shows, the Chris Elvis fan page shows. I dance around here too. I move around. I have fun with the audience and do that. But it's going to be nice to have a live band and to see people's faces. It's going to be wonderful.
Now your office right now, I don't see much. I see the back, the poster in the back. What else do you have in there? Can you?
Well, I've got my sound system, and I have a speaker set up on a tripod. I've got a sound system. I run my tracks. I end up with a microphone and a mic stand. And then again, I've got a TV behind the phone that I'm streaming with, and it actually it mirrors the phone, so I actually see what's on the phone, which means I see the comments, as they come up on the fan page, and I'm actually watching your comments, and I'm responding with my words, live to your comments. And like I said, eventually, what happens is you get so familiar with these people watching the show, it literally feels like we're together at home. Literally together at home.
Right.
And I have a ball. Everybody's laughing. They're making crazy comments and, goofing off a little bit, having fun. And it's a godsend, for sure.
You can't give away your scarves, and you can't give away your lace.
I do give kisses. I do throw kisses.
I noticed that you have gloves on. Why do you have gloves on?
No.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. It's just the light has caught that.
It's the lighting.
Yeah, that's caught that. So this is I'm really proud of you, though, that you figured out. I think that's what people are doing. They're all figuring it out. So I don't know what's going to happen on Halloween. Are you going to let people come to your house?
Good question, because actually Saturday night is a show night, which is Halloween.
Right.
So actually will be, whether or not I do the live streaming show and people are coming to the door. Oh, by the way, I do have, I have my dogs too. We have dogs, and the dogs don't know and don't care that you're streaming live. So my dogs, sometimes a couple will come in during the middle of the stream, and they were part of the stream. So I'm actually,
love it.
they'll go ahead and bark and they're moving around. So we'll see what happens on Halloween.
Yeah.
I should be streaming live on Halloween. We'll see how many people come to the door.
Okay.
Well,
we're just now down to about a minute left. If it gets shut off, you'll know we didn't do that to be rude. But I cannot tell you how thrilled Dan, Leonie, and I am to have seen you, to have been a part of what you're doing. You're just such a star, and your enthusiasm, no matter what, it's just in you. And we wish you so much luck, and hopefully you're going to get a lot more people because you did this.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Love working with you all. Always a pleasure.
Yeah.
Love having you in the audience when you're there to see the show.
Yeah.
And you're doing great things, and the best generation in the world, for sure. The boomer.
Thank you.
Generation.
Okay,
so
well,
we appreciate all of you.
Yeah, love to your family, and we'll hopefully we'll talk again. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Okay,
Appreciate
Chris.
it.
Bye.
God bless.